Hello, I'm Lori Walker and this is Yoga with Lori. I teach a type of yoga that is breath-centered, that is designed to help make changes in your nervous system and in a good way. Today we're going to have a practice called Let It Be, like the Beatles song. So we're going to use that mantra, Let It Be, throughout our practice. And this practice is really designed to help you deal with stress. And you know, when stress comes at us, and it always will because that's life, right? Changes. And when things change, we have to accommodate. We have to grow. We have to get bigger. We have to find resilience. And so today's practice with this mantra, the mantra Let It Be, will be like a fire starter for our hearts. And our hearts will grow bigger, our hope will grow bigger with this practice. That's our intention. So let's get started just simply by sitting comfortably in a chair. And as you can see, I have a chair that has a pretty sturdy back, no arms. I'm on carpet, and so I don't have to worry about it sliding. So if you are on a hardwood floor with a chair, you might want to use a mat under your chair. We'll begin by just settling in. Sometimes I like to rock it out, just kind of move side to side. And then get in touch with, where do I feel my breath? So maybe at the tip of your nose, maybe you can deepen it to feel it in the chest. And then coming just to stillness, and if you'd like, you could even place your hand on your belly and then fully exhale. And inhale through your nose. Maybe you feel your belly rise a little. And then do a long exhale, just shh. And we'll do one more in. So inhale through the nose if you can. And then a longer exhale. And then just place your hands wherever they're most comfortable. Feel your spine elongated. So sit up as tall as you are able. Let your fingertips come to your shoulders and let the shoulders lift and then open slightly and then down. So you're just lifting a little bit at the sternum, at the heart center. We're going to take our palms, the palms of our hands, and bring them down on the tops of the legs, or you could reach out if you want. And then just close your fingers, bring them all in, and we'll open them starting with the pinky finger and then moving on through the whole hand. And then rewind, thumb to the pinky. And we'll add breath with this. So inhale, pinky all the way to the thumb. Then exhale. And on this one, we could add our mantra, let it be. And close, let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, open and close, let it be. And now we're going to use that same kind of hand movement, but we're going to make our brain work a little harder. We're going to lift up this right foot and this left hand, point your toes, and as you open this hand, flex your foot. And then bring that hand back in and point. And then down. We'll do the other side. So lifting this left foot, right hand, close. We're going to open up the hand as we flex the foot and then point the foot and bring that hand in. Come down. Now add breath to this. So we're going to raise up that right foot. Inhale, flex. Exhale, back down. Other side. Close that hand. Inhale, open, flex that foot. Exhale, point and come down. Now let's add the mantra. All right, you ready? Let it be. Let it be. Other hand, other foot. Let it be. Let it be. Down. And can we do both feet? So bring the feet down. Both hands, close. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. And then one more time. There will be an answer. Let it be. Yeah. And then just bring the hands back, feet back, and lift and release your heels a couple of times. Just grounding, resetting the nervous system. You can even sort of shake it off. Yeah. And then hands back to the legs. Go ahead and step a little bit wider. We're going to lean over to this left side and then lean over to the right. So just moving side to side, breathing. Yeah. And then we'll come back to the center. Walk your feet back in again, and we're going to fire up our mantra a little bit and come to standing. So come more towards the front of your chair. I'm going to turn just a little so you can see me maybe a little bit better. Lean in and get your center of gravity forward, kind of over the knees. Press your strong feet to the floor. And if you need to hold on to the chair to get up, do what you need to do and come to standing. And once you're up here, I want you to walk around to the back of your chair. So I'm going to just turn my chair this way. You can do as you need. And I'm going to bring this where you can see me. So I'm just holding on to the chair. Take a step back, just kind of a normal walking step. And we're going to rock forward, bend your knees, and then just reach your arms out. And if that's hard for you to do, keep holding on. Draw up the low belly, and then come on up to standing. And then once you're there, lift those heels and come back down again. So we're going to bow a little forward, bend your knees, and this is child's pose. You can bring the palms down, you can bring them on the chair, and then come back up again and lift those heels. Yeah. And we'll go one more time, bowing forward and really engaging right below the belly button, holding or hands out, hands down. And then come back up, go ahead, tighten the buttocks, lift, and then let the heels release down. Walk toward the chair, and we're going to take the hands this time, keep them in a fist, and go ahead and rub on either side of your lower spine. So we're rubbing the kidneys and then kind of activating the adrenal glands above the kidneys that help us feel calmer. Yes. Just release, let the hands go, shake them out a little bit, open and close. And then we're going to move on to standing back in front of the chair. All right, so if you need the chair for balance, then you can stay behind the chair. In fact, I think that's what I'll do. I'll stand behind the chair, but you do as you need. And we're going to stand in mountain pose. So mountain pose is feet about 6 to 8 inches apart, arms down by your sides, your chest is slightly lifted, chin is in its neutral position, and then we're going to move the mountain. So if I were not holding onto the chair, I would do this and maybe lift the heels slightly, bring the arms back down again. If you need the chair, you're going to keep one hand on it. So lifting, coming back down. So let's let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. And then we'll just lift this arm. If you're a heel lifter, maybe you could keep them both up. If you're not, just keep them down. Arms in the air. If you need to hold, do it. There will be an answer. Let it be. Just bring the arms out and all the way down. And then just kind of swing back. So let the shoulders relax. Breathe. Feeling that mantra that we've been using start to work its magic. Yeah. And we'll just bring the arms down by our sides. So from here, we're going to move on to warrior pose. And using the chair, you would hold on to the back of the chair, come up, and we're going to take a pretty big step back with both feet. All right, so that's if you're using the chair. You're going to step your left foot about halfway to the chair, and then step the right foot back far enough to where when you put your heel down to the floor, you feel a stretch in your hamstrings. So if you're not using the chair, you're getting into Warrior One, which looks like this. Okay? So from here, we have our right foot back, arms up, and then we're going to lower forward and bring this left hand out and lift the right heel. Bring that heel back down, lift that arm up. You can either keep holding with that hand or bring both arms up. And we'll come back down again. If you're using both hands, you can let them both reach out, lift your back heel, and maybe lift the foot. Coming back down again and inhaling back up. So basically, we're moving this into a warrior three. We're coming down, again, hold as you need to or let go, as you could see. I needed the chair, come on down and lift back up. So bring your hands back down again, hold on to the chair, walk up or just put your hands down. We're going to move the hands to the low back again. Put your fingertips facing each other, hug your elbows in, and I want you to lift right here at the sternum. So feel that front body opening. and draw back down. And we'll just release, shaking the arms out. And then one leg, and then the other leg. All right, and for me, I need to move my chair around. You can do what you need to do. Walk around. We'll take a pretty big step back, and then we'll step the right foot about halfway to the chair. The left foot goes further back. And again, you want that heel to be down in the back with a stretch in that calf. We'll lift up, take a breath in. Exhale, we're coming forward. You can do just one hand, which would be your left hand and your right leg. And come up. I'm sorry, switch it. Be the right hand and the left leg. Coming up. I probably reversed it again, so do the opposite. You could do both hands, lifting, maybe just the heel. Coming back down, lifting back up, and then one more. If you're holding, the opposite hand reaches, and then back down. And we're going to just step back up again. Let go of the chair, kind of move your fingers, rub your hands, especially if you've been holding tight to the chair. Hold back onto the chair, and we're going to get really far back. Spine is long. Drop the chest. We're coming into down dog, pyramid pose, whatever it's called in your yoga tradition. I call this down dog. So feel your hamstring stretch, and then bend your knees slightly, like somebody has a band over your stomach, right below the belly button, and they're pulling it up. Feel your tailbone even drop down slightly. Bend your knees again, and lifting back up. Go ahead and bend the knees, walk back up again, come all the way back up. Move those hands, open and close, and move those shoulders back. Yeah, I want you to feel good in your practice. All right, so kick it out. Our next pose is called lightning pose. And for this, I want you to stand in front of where you would sit in your chair. Now this pose, the traditional pose, is to kneel on the floor. And what we're going to do is stand in front of where you would sit, put the hands where you would sit, and then sit back, mostly into your heels, all right? Walk your hands forward or away from you. And then we're going to draw them back and bring them behind. Bow forward. Bend your knees. Now if you can, bring the arms out. Bring those hands behind you again. Unbend your knees, come back up. Bow forward, bend like you're sitting back. Let it be. Let it be. And one more, forward, bend the knees. Let it be. And let it be. We'll just release the arms, bring them down, and you can separate your feet a little bit wide and just move the arms side to side. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Yeah. So we're expanding our heart's energy, growing even in the face of stress, fortifying ourselves, and then we'll come back to stillness. I'm going to move my chair again, standing in front of it this time, and we'll move into a pose called Bhavasana. And you take just a bit wider step than normal and draw your heels slightly in. We'll bring the hands right here at the center of the chest and bend your knees slightly. We'll let go and then inhale, come up. And it's like we're going to install that mantra into our bodies, right? Feel what it feels like to let it be. So right here at the third eye, and then your heart center. Inhale and let it be. One more inhale, exhale, let it be. And then we'll stay here with the knees slightly bent. Maybe cross your hands right over that heart center. Breathing, feel your strong legs. If you need to take a break, you can unbend and then bend. And then we'll come back up again. Let the arms come out. Just breathe in. Exhale, let those arms come down. Yes. Walk your feet back in again. You can kind of kick out as we move on to the next pose. So in our next pose, we're going to take a seat again on the chair. So come on down and have a seat, and we'll take a bit wider stance than we did earlier in Bhavasana. Hands on the legs, and we'll come out with the arms, all right? And I want you to take this left hand and bring it over to the right knee. And when you do, curl that other arm behind you and look up. And then we'll open back up again. Take a breath and exhale. Bringing that left arm behind. Inhale. Let's try let it be. Let it be. Inhale. And then left arm behind. Let it be. And then back out. Let it be. Oh, let it be. And then bring the arms up. There will be an answer right here. Let it be. And let those arms come down. We're going to walk the feet back in. And I want you to lift up your right foot and bring your left hand on that right knee. Draw it in towards your other knee and then away. Draw it in and kind of squeeze and back. And one more, in and back. And then release that foot down. And we're going to take the right hand to the left knee. Draw it in and back. In and open. And go one more. In and open. Leave that foot, let that foot come back to the floor, and we'll lift up the heels. Draw your knees in and kind of round your back and then open back. And we're going to use breath with this. So exhale, draw it in. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift your heels, come in. And inhale, open. And we'll go one more, coming in. And then inhale, open. And let your feet rest. Turn them forward. Rotate that right ankle. And then go the other way. And we'll do the other one. So left, moving. And then other way. And then just rest your feet. We're going to lean a little forward and we're going to do a big knee hug. So wrap your arms around your knees. Let your chin drop. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see round your back. And then coming back up, opening, take a breath in. Exhale, wrap your knees again, round your back. Inhale, open. And go one more rounding. And inhale, opening. And release your arms, release your feet to the floor. We'll take a bit of a wider stance. Feet are forward, arms are coming out. I want you to bring this left hand to the right palm and we'll slide and open. And then do the right to the left. Slide and open. Let's return to our mantra. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. And then we'll bring the hands together. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Just release the hands down. We're going to move those wrists again. So we install the mantra through our breathing, through our practices, knowing that through these practices, we do grow, we do get bigger, so to speak. We expand and we meet, hopefully we can meet challenges with some resilience. Yes. So if you'd like to now bring your hands right in at the heart center, let your shoulders drop. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure, pure light that's within you guide your way on. Namaste, friends. Thank you so much for being here and practicing with me. Let it be.